Welcome to part one of What the hell am I covered for? Where I break down what auto insurance terms mean and why you're probably not covered for as much as you think. If you look at your auto policy and it says 10, 20, 10, or 30, 60, 30, and you think that's fine, you're in for a rude awakening if, God forbid, you ever have to use it. I'm going to do us all a favor. I'm going to grab our favorite purple dinosaur and we're going to explain it Barney style. Let's start with the part of your auto insurance that covers bodily injury and property damage. We'll start with bodily injury. To be clear, this is for an accident, a crash, if you are at fault. This pays other people's injuries in the event of an accident that you are deemed at fault. Let's take a pretty common coverage, 10, 20. For the first two numbers, 10, 20, refer to the bodily injury liability. That's going to equate to $10,000 per person, $20,000 per accident. Let's go real world. You're driving along and you rear-end a vehicle, pretty nasty, but there was a driver and a passenger. They get sent to the hospital and the driver racks up $18,000 in medical debt. The passenger racks up a $12,000 bill. Not uncommon. It feels like you sneeze in a hospital and that's 18 grand right there. All in all, that's $30,000. And again, your policy only covers $10,000 per person, up to $20,000 per incident. Right now, you're on the hook for being sued for $10,000 to cover the remaining $8,000 and $2,000 from the driver and the passenger. And that's, of course, before we talk pain and suffering and all the other lawsuits that seem to come with it. Let's compare that to what I like to see as a standard baseline, good rule of thumb for most people. 100, 300, where I typically like to start people out at. $100,000 per person, up to $300,000 per incident is going to give you so much more of a cushion because, again, hospital bills rack up, and it's not just the hospital bill. It's that pain and suffering and the other lawsuits that seem to follow. Now let's talk about property damage, that third number, 10, 20, 10. That third number is going to be how much property damage you have. That pays for damage to other people's things, their vehicle, their fence, their mailbox, garage, a light pole, a stop sign, even a vehicle that the car you hit skids and hits. You could be liable for that third vehicle as well. And if you only have that $10,000 worth of coverage, and let's say you hit a newer SUV and you rack up a $42,000 property damage bill, you would be held liable to be sued for that remaining $32,000 that your insurance does not cover. Now compare that to if you had the 100, 300, 100 policy with $100,000 worth of property damage coverage. Again, you'd have such a larger cushion for if you hit a newer vehicle. Let's talk about another line item on your coverage, PIP, personal injury protection. This can help cover your injuries and related costs, usually no matter who caused the accident or who's at fault. Depending on the state and the policy, this could cover things like medical bills, lost wages, and other necessary expenses. Lastly, there's med pay, medical pay. Think of it PIP's cousin. It usually helps with medical bills for you and your passengers, but it's generally narrower and only covers medical. So again, your 10, 20, 10 coverage only covers $10,000 per person, $20,000 per accident, and $10,000 of property damage per accident. Now, tell me this, go look at your policy. Where is your coverage currently sitting at? Are you closer to the 10, 20, 10? Are you maybe closer to the 100, 300, 100? Also, if you've ever been to the hospital because of a car accident, how much was your bill? I'm sure it racked up pretty large, pretty fast. Drop them in the comments below. Follow for part 2.